Hi, I'm SYNOLVE Craft and I'm coming to you with another video. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and leave a comment so I'll know who you are and we can get connected. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, here on YouTube and Facebook at SYNOLVE. I'll leave all that information below. Also, we have a Facebook group that is MyRepatJourney and an Instagram page, MyRepatJourney, as well as a WhatsApp group that is also MyRepatJourney. Just be sure to send me an email, MyRepatJourney@gmail.com, and I'll send you the information on how to join. All of that information is below, as well as PayPal and GoFundMe, so that if you'd like to, and Cash App, so that if you'd like to support my journey, then you can. I have a join button here, so you can click on that join button under my name and beside the subscription button, and you can be a member here on YouTube and get behind the scenes exclusive content, as well as be a patron with me over on Patreon to support Black media and support this channel. Well, today's topic, we're going to talk a little bit about crisis communications and crisis communications for the continent, as more so of having a communications plan when you get to the continent. So therefore, if you face a struggle or something, you know how to communicate, you know how to talk, to express yourself. What we have been seeing sometimes is when people get into situations on the continent that everything is not perfect. They run into problems or run into situations and they don't know exactly what to do. They don't know exactly what to say. And so on this journey, you're going to face some different difficulties. You're going to face some things on your journey. Everything won't be perfect. And like the West, Africa is not perfect. It's beautiful. I love it. But it's not exactly perfect, just like the West isn't perfect, or the UK or the USA. And so there will be challenges. So when the first thing to do is to research and to know where it is that you want to go, to know the political nature of a country, who the political leaders are. You need to know who the colonizers are. You need to know everything culturally, spiritually about a country in terms of its spiritual orientation, the religion, right? You need to know the culture, the cultural things that are at play, how women are treated, right? How the markets are run, all of those things. That would be important to me, right? As I repatriate back home and bring my family home, how men are treated, right? Are they respected? Are women respected? All of those things you need to know, as well as the political climate in terms of freedom of speech and freedom of the press. Are the press being shut down, or are they allowed to speak and express themselves freely? I've got a whole long video on about 7 things that I did on things that you should know and research before you go to the continent, because it's very important. The money, all of those things, the economy, all those things are important. And so I want you to be very happy on your journey. I want you to be happy. I want you to be fulfilled in the country that you pick. And so what we have to do is to research and then plan. Have a contingency plan on the continent for when you get there. And your contingency plan should include things like, your contingency plan should include things like having a generator, having a backup generator in case the electricity goes out or the water goes out. Storing water ahead of time in case you need water, in case the water is off. Having those things, having extra chargers and the things that you need. Those things are going to help you on your journey. They're going to help your journey to be successful, and they're going to help you to be more comfortable on the motherland. This is important. Having a plan, right? Having a plan, planning and researching, doing your research, and then having a contingency plan if these don't work out right. If you know the culture is a part of getting used to the food, so you'll know on the continent in many of the countries that fruits and vegetables and natural fruits and herbs and spices are what are being used. It's not America. So you go over there and you won't have the same things that you might love in America. But what does that mean? If you're researching and you're planning, then that means that you'll pack those. If you just got to have hot Cheetos and hot fries when you get there, you got to have now laters. They may not have your peach drink that hubby and I love so much on the continent. And they might. But if they don't, then if you've packed those things ahead of time and you've shipped them over and you've packed those things and you've prepared for your journey and you plan, then when you get there, your journey is easy. Now, I've named some things like, snacks that are kind of fun. But there are other things that you need to pack, like I said, and prepare for and plan and figure out how to ship over that are really important and necessary, like generators, right? Making sure that you have those things. They're going to make your journey comfortable, that are going to make your journey safe, and that are going to make you happy. And so if snacks makes you happy, if having a few extra snacks and a few extra things that the kids really love to eat, jungle juices or different things that your kids really love, toys and different games that that are really, they're gonna really love once they get to the motherland, go ahead, make your journey easy, right? Make your journey easy. Now I'm standing outside and there's a lot of noise, right? So I've already prepared for that noise that's gonna happen because I wanted to film outside with all of you. So I'm prepared for the cars driving by with the noises. I'm prepared when a little smoke, a little dust comes up because the cars are passing by. I'm prepared for that. So I'm not irritated by that. It doesn't distract me. It doesn't throw me off my game. And that's what I'm telling you, to use everything, right? And so then what does it have to do with communication? Well, then in your communication, what do? The first thing, if we're irritated, we're get unbalanced off our game, we're upset about something that happens, the first thing we want to do is we begin to complain or say something very negative about the continent or very negative about the situation, right? So, but if you're researching and you're planning and you know ahead of time that you need to find locals in the area, right, who are going to be able to help you and be able to be a guide for you, people who are going to really care about you and love you and help to walk you through the different processes of buying land, renting a house, buying a house, all these processes, starting a business. You'll have locals that can help you through. And that starts here. That starts to gain friendships, to go on Facebook groups, to get in WhatsApp groups, to be able to find people who are really loving and who really care about you and who are not looking at you as a dollar sign, but looking at you as a brother or sister that they want to help and they want to guide. Now, in return, of course, it means that as a part of this journey, as a part of what we do on this journey, right, that we are giving and that we are loving. As much as we receive, we don't just expect people to give and give and give without us also giving in return, right, and loving other people in return. So it's important that you understand and that you know how to deal with the police if you interact with the police over in a different country. It's important that we know, right, how to deal with landlords or agents as we're in these other countries, because they're not the West, and it's a part of our journey. It's not the West, right? It's a different place. And so with our communication, especially if you're a YouTuber or you're a blogger, or if you're even communicating to family members back home, you can have a communication plan that's solid on how to communicate, even in a crisis, when there's a problem or when there's an issue that crops up. You know how to express it, and you know how to get the help that you need. You have a contingency plan in place that helps you communicate the problem succinctly and clearly, and then helps you to move from the problem to solution. And that's what we want to do. We want to move from problem to solution. And our communication plan, the way we communicate, our communication strategy should help guide us and help lead us, right? Get out of the complaining, get out of the frustration, and get into the place of how do I solve this problem and who can help me. All right. This is our message for today. I'm moving this content into a direction to talk more about my own master's in communication. I'm working to complete a degree in my master's in communication. I'm in the final weeks of my 3rd class, and in a couple of weeks I'll begin my last 2 class. I'm in the process of the last final weeks of my final 3rd class, and in a couple of weeks, just 2 weeks, I'll be in my last 2 final classes to complete my master's in communication. And so I wanted to share some of these communication tips and share some of these communication styles and skills with you so that we can develop healthy communication and interpersonal skills before we get to the motherland, so that we can be successful and so our journey can be beautiful and wonderful and peaceful, and we can commune and connect with the ancestors in a beautiful way, as we should. Connecting with our brothers and sisters on the continent, loving them, and being in a space where they are loving us in return with positivity and joy. All right, this is our message for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment below. I'd really like to hear your feedback on this new direction on communication on the continent in crisis communication, how we deal with crisis. It's very important. How are you going to deal with a crisis? How are you going to deal with somebody if they rip you off? How are you going to deal with a policeman who decides that they're going to, charge you a little extra money to let you pass? How are you going to deal with if your electricity or something goes out? Those are strategies. You have to have strategies and communications, ideas and plans in place so that you remain positive, so that you remain fruitful on the motherland. I love you guys so much. And as always, remember to subscribe, comment, and like. It really helps me a lot if you do that. And remember that you are amazing. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You are special. You are loved, and you are blessed. You have everything that you need to be successful because the ancestors are calling you home. You are blessed and ordained for this moment. You know why? Honey, baby, because you just are. Again, I'm SYNOLVE, and I'm going to see you in another video real soon. Bye-bye, guys. Love you.